Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Docs and Dabs with Kaylee. I am your host. And let's just jump right into the show. So I'm traveling this week for the long weekend. Came home to get some of that mama energy. You know, she got what I need, and I came home to get what I need. So since I'm traveling, I don't have my dab rig with me, but never leave home without it. You know. This is an O.penVAPE craft cartridge. I'm a fan of O.penVAPE's craft cartridges. I think that they make a really good product. This particular strain is Lemon Skunk, which is a sativa dominant hybrid, around 60 to 40% sativa to indica. It does have those happy kind of euphoric social effects, which I dig and is necessary as I move along my day this weekend in particular. It has a very earthy aroma, lemon kind of citrus notes as far as the flavor and terpenes are concerned. Bam, it is dope. And this is an award-winning strain, so I would suggest you try Lemon Skunk, particularly if you're trying to be social and out and just vibing. It's a nice, steady little vibe. So I'll probably take a few more hits and microdose kind of throughout the day. That's what I do when I have my vape pen and I'm out and about. That's what I do. And I want to talk about two documentaries. Both of these films are about athletes that really challenge what is possible. Both were very determined. Both accomplished their goals. Both are making an impact. One has made an enormous impact, particularly on my life and the life of so many others, and is legendary. And one could possibly be on his way to becoming legendary. So let's jump right in. So the first doc I want to talk about is a two-part documentary that premiered on HBO called What's My Name, Muhammad Ali. It's by director Antoine Fuqua. Really well done. It chronicles his fighting career, starts with his childhood, goes into his early boxing career as Cassius Clay, then moves into, when he announced his transition into Islam, his changing of his name to Muhammad Ali, the pushback that he received from that, the whole saying nah to the draft, all the way to George Foreman and the Rumble in the Jungle, and even again fighting Joe Frazier in the Thrilla Manila. I mean, it definitely does a great job in chronicling his whole journey as a fighter during those kind of peak years as a fighter. Dope archival footage. A lot of it hasn't been seen by the public at large, so it was to see Muhammad Ali tell his story in his own words and actually see him in those situations, in those places, in those emotions, just seeing his face, the reactions, the nuance. I love it. Loved it. I mean, Muhammad Ali is he's one of our legends. He was amazing activist, fighter, just overall dope human being. The fact that Muhammad Ali understood storytelling and how that played into his place as a fighter, how it played into getting the press that he needed and the eyeballs he needed to relay the messages that he needed to relay. That's where all that I'm pretty stuff came from. He studied performers, he studied entertainers, he studied great people to know, oh, that's how I can usher in this attention that can allow me to get my message out of it, unapologetic about it, unapologetic about his spirituality, about his journey, about, who he was, 100% believing in you. You ain't got to have nobody else believe in you, but if you know that you're the shit, walk with it, stand in it, own it, and Muhammad Ali did that. I love that about him. The second thing I loved about him was that he was unapologetic about his stance, his values, his morals. Easier said than done for a lot of people. One of the great things about Muhammad Ali was he was a great yes, but he used his platform to advance issues within his community. Not everybody does that. Not that I'm saying everybody has to do that, but it is admirable when someone does use their platform to speak out against injustice, particularly the injustices that were happening at that time. And he was very firm about it. Great boxer, and it was the quickest way to wealth. It was the quickest way to fame. And because he understood that wealth and fame meant power, period. That's how you get liberated in this country. And that's what he did. He used his skills to elevate himself so he could relay a higher message and just provide for his family, provide for his community. And it's respect. Epic. Antoine, you guys did a great job telling this man's story. Just totally believe it in yourself and be unapologetic about it. Amazing. Great segue into the next film, which is called Free Solo. So Free Solo is about this climber, Alex Honnold, who attempts, I think that's Honnold. His name is Alex. He attempts to become the first person to free solo climb this huge mountain rock, El Capitan. Like, first of all, free soloing is basically rock climbing without any kind of harness. Cause that's just, whew. When y'all watch the doc, you'll see it's just beyond. It's beyond crazy. It's not crazy. It's just beyond scary for me. And basically, like, his boys took some cameras and they went up and like watched him train, and they're on harnesses watching this dude free solo like climb this epic rock, and they're sitting there like amazed. I'm sitting there amazed, and this man is just totally focused. That's the biggest takeaway from that film. I mean, it's really about his journey from climbing, from deciding to climb a rock that no one, a mountain, a rock that no one has ever climbed. And then he goes through and actually does it with the threat of, with the impending kind of like threat of death. It won the Academy Award for Best Doc Feature. It deserved it. It did. One of those stories that I told you guys in the beginning where I have no interest in rock climbing. I mean, I think that it could be fun, but it's not my thing. I don't know about the culture. I don't know about the people behind the culture. I don't know anything about it. And this gave me a fly on the wall perspective of this man deciding that he was going to take on this unbelievable challenge and actually accomplishing it. And, you know, us just going along for the journey. Takeaways from that, be true to yourself, you know. And one thing that he did that is a big note for entrepreneurs, for people who are just trying to like make their own way in life, he decided to sacrifice a lot. You know, like, he was living in a RV, or like a small RV, because he didn't want to pay rent, and he wanted to be, his life, it was more important for him to be able to go and climb than to work a 9-to-5 job. And it's nothing wrong with that, but that was like his choice, and he was active and empowered in his choice. And it's about sacrifice, you know, like, we talk about manifestation, but you got to meet the universe halfway. And I think a lot of people don't talk about meeting the universe halfway. And he definitely just put himself out there, sacrificed a lot, did it day in, day out, practice that it's his lifestyle, you know. And so this was just another day. Yes, it was an epic challenge. Yes, he could die, but it was all another day in his journey, because this is his life. This is what he loves. Now, his woman, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I don't know. She is a very supportive woman. They met, you know, he wrote a book, and so they met at like his book signing. So she was aware of his life, and she knew exactly what, you know, she was signing up for. But that doesn't take away the sting and the possibility of death happening. He didn't want her to go to the climb. You know, he snuck out like early in the morning. He was very just, nah, I want this to be quiet. I want this to be all me. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. This is about me and what I'm setting out to do. And I just respect it. I respect it, Alex. Again, let me know if you guys want me to put up a watch list. If you're interested in any other docs, I got a whole bunch. And 10 minutes ain't enough. So until next time, lemon skunk, try it. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.